Hello everybody and welcome to Candy Shop Simulator. The full game is finally here. If you're not familiar with it, we basically are going to be running our own candy shop today. It's a little bit more than a candy shop. It's a full-on confectionery shop, really. We're going to be selling not just candy, we're also selling ice cream. We sell cakes that we make ourselves, cookies that we bake ourselves, a few other things that I'm pretty sure we're going to be making ourselves as well. There's a lot more going on in there. It's kind of like a shop simulator as well. So not only will be running a shop, we'll be doing a bakery. There's an awful lot of stuff going on. It's quite a nice map. I've had a little walk around. It is huge. This map is huge. It's mostly this way, I think, because we're going to be doing deliveries as well. So people will send deliveries and you send them around. I don't think we'll get to that in this video, but in the future, that's what we'll be doing. So I'll show you a little bit around the map later on. This is the full version of the game. It actually releases on the 9th of September. So a thank you to the devs for sending me a key to play this one a week early. If you are interested in getting your hands on it right now, you can actually play the demo version. They released Candy Shop Sweet Treats or Sweet Start or something along those lines. That will be available now on Steam, so you can go and try it out before you buy the full game. I think I first played this demo back in February of 2025. Yeah, so February this year was when I first played this demo, and I've been eagerly awaiting this game ever since. I think it's a really, really good one. In fact, I've had the game wishlisted since April 24. So I'm very excited for this one, because I think it's been done really, really well. So let's get into it, though. So to start off, I'll show you the menu here. So this is your phone. This is basically how you control everything. I've called us Scoops. You can only have a one-word name for your shop. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but you can't have a space. So I just called us Scoops for like ice cream scoops because it's sort of sweet themed. So we're Scoops. We've got $15,000. You can take photos or all that kind of stuff as well. I'll show you the build mode because that's what we're going to do first. So buying land, we can't obviously do that at the moment. I can actually afford some of this land, but I'm not going to because that just seems like a waste of money right now. It's very much like The Sims. So you purchase bits of land around you here, and that's basically what we can build. So all of your store is fully customizable, and you can build around it. So we can build our complete own custom store. It gives you this to start with, but yeah, you can do what you want with it basically. So let's go back into the build mode. As you can see, it kind of goes a bit like The Sims, and this is how you place everything down that you need in your store, and you can build around there when we have the availability to. So I've done the tutorial again just to refresh myself from my last playthrough of this game, but then I've started again so we can just have a fresh go at it. So it has given us a counter here already, which I will keep for cost reasons, and I like the position of it anyway. So we'll put our checkout over here. So I will keep that there. Then I think we can put some shelving in. What have we got here? What's this? Ice cream booth. We'll get to ice cream later on. Whether we do it in this video or not, I'm not entirely sure. But hopefully we will. But if not, we'll do it in the next one. So I'll leave that for now. So I want to make sure I've got enough cash to get the kitchen done and all the rest of it and buy supplies, etc. So we've got our oven and stuff over here. Now, we've not got a huge space to begin with, as you can see. Our kitchen, this is our kitchen slash warehouse, so everything needs to fit in here. So it's not massive to begin with. Now, in the tutorial, they kind of get you to put everything along this wall. I could go along the same way. I think I'm going to put my countertops in first. So as you can see, we've got all of these countertops we can use. I think we're free to use any of them. They all just cost the same. They just look different. So I think I'm going to go with this design. I quite like that as a design. Yeah, that's quite good. We'll have that. Right. So we'll put this in. So I think I might either cook and... I think I'll have my cooking and stuff over here or over here and have the counter space going all the way down the back wall. So something like that. Then we need to choose... I think it's that one. Perhaps it leaves a bit of a gap. Is there any without a gap? As you can see, very much like The Sims. I don't think I want that that other one there, do I? This is the one I wanted for a center one. I should be able to, if I just press on that one, just drag things over. So it's, as you can see, quite easy to design the store as you want. In fact, we'll delete that one. Let's just have these. And then we'll have one on the end, which is that one there. That looks good. Right, so we've got some counter space running down the wall. On here is where you're going to be doing all of your stuff. So I'm going to put a mixing station. I don't know why there's a little gap there. That's a bit annoying. It'll be fine. We'll leave it for now, but maybe we'll do something about it in future. So we've got our mixing station, so we can have that on the far left, and then some of the other stations along, maybe. So let's do that. So put a mixing station there. We'll put our cake making station next to it. And then we've got a cookie making station as well. Should we put that here? It makes sense to go next to it, really, doesn't it? This is then telling me how to make cookies. I've not actually done cookies before. We will do some later on, but we'll come back to this menu to refresh ourselves if I need to. That's all the stuff I have available for now. I'm pretty sure more will come just by unlocks or with game updates. I think possibly unlocks. I think you unlock recipes as you go forward, so it would make sense that maybe you get some new stuff available later on as well. Right, I need a pantry, because this is where we keep all of our ingredients. We do have to buy all of our ingredients from the shop down the road. So, where should we put this? I might put this just by the door. Something like that. It's quite easy then just to, if I'm not making something and I'm working in the store, I can just nip in and see if there's enough stuff in the pantry and whether I need to go shopping or not. So we'll put it there for now. Obviously, we can move it anyway. It's not a permanent thing. I'm going to wait and do lollipops maybe in the next video. I'm not going to do them right now. So we'll leave space for it, but I won't put it in just in case we run out of cash, because I'm not going to be doing that today anyway. Oven. Quite like the oven over there, I think. We'll put the refrigerator next to it. That's leaving a bit of dead space, though, isn't it? I wonder if we put the fridge and the oven, actually. I wonder whether to put those over there like that next to the pantry. So unfortunately, the oven really sticks out, but that's as it is, I suppose. It's better over there, I think. And then we can just run storage down the walls here, because you do have to keep your storage in here as well. So we've got store shelf, and we've got these all store shelves. Oh, here we go. It's this one. Storage rack. So we'll need a storage rack as well. I might put that a bit tight there for walking in. I think I'll just put it there in the center. It's something like that. Move it over one. There we go. We'll have that there. So I think that's all the stuff we need in there. But we'll have a look at that in a second. Out here, we're going to need some stuff to put our products on. So we will have a store shelf. And then we also want a display case, which I think is possibly that one. For cakes as well. I think you can put your cakes in that one. Can't see any others anywhere. So it's got to be, really, hasn't it? It's got to be that one. Or is it this one? That's just the ice cream booth. It's got to be that. Has to be. That's all we've got. So I'm going to put my cakes in here. So where do we want our cakes then? The tutorial gets you to place it just there, which isn't too bad, really, I suppose. Quite a good place for it. I don't really want too much over here because I'm going to be in and out of this door all the time, so you don't want to be tripping over stuff. Plus, maybe just like shelving over there for regular products. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep the cakes over here. For now. It doesn't seem to be very fond of that position for some reason. It's fine that way around, but it's not fine. I wonder why that is. Doesn't seem to want to go this way around for some reason. Until you get out here. Something is blocking it around there somewhere. If that's the case, I guess we will go over here with it, because I can't do anything more. So we'll put it here then after all, because for some reason the game's not allowing me to place it on this wall. I don't know why that is. Right, what colour shelving do we want for our store then? Quite like this wooden look, actually. The other's okay. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. Or something like that. It's certainly candy themed. I quite like this sort of wooden display, to be honest. I'll put one here. The game gets you to put one there as well. I think that's a good spot, because actually there's nothing else you could really fit just there at this point. We will have a few others. I wonder if it'll let me put this over here. Okay, so we can put this over here for some reason. So I'll have a couple more shelves, I think, over there as well. I think that will do us for now. We can get some more, obviously, but we've only got $8,259 left, so I don't just want to spend all of our money on things we don't need right now. So I think we're done in terms of building. I think we've got everything we require. Just to keep showing you this, obviously you can put in your different lights as well. It's given us some, so we're okay for lights at the moment, but you can put in your own lighting. Your tables and chairs, again, it's given us some out here as well. When we expand this area, obviously we'll need to put our own in, so we can put some more in like that. Stairs, obviously, to get up and down into this sort of area as well. And then you've got some decoration, which we could place out the front, I suppose. Now, there was a glitch in the demo. You could, once you buy a bench, every time you delete it, it would just give you the money back for it and just keep giving you the money. That's probably been fixed by now. But yeah, there was a bit of a glitch with the bench. Let's put one this side. I like the idea of that. Now, I'm pretty sure if I was to delete that, that was what happened, but we'll leave it like that for now. We'll put some of the decoration outside, but we'll get on with the rest of the video. We can do that in the next one, can't we? So let's get inside so you can just see what we've just achieved. I can actually get in the door. There we go. So this is what we've just done. Place all that in there, and this is the kitchen we've just made. Which isn't too bad. Could do with a light in here, actually. It's a bit dull in here. Put a light in. You can play this game third person, by the way. So when you start this game, you actually go through a menu and create a character. I've just created as... You don't get lots of options, but there's a few. So I've just created as a... can't place... Oh, the character's blocking the spot. Move! How annoying is that? Yeah, there's not loads of options, but you do create your own character. You can also, by the way, you can color all of this stuff as well. If we go down here... We'll do this next time, I think, because otherwise I'll spend the whole video just decorating and not actually showing the game off. But there is different flooring options and paints as well. It doesn't... I don't think it costs anything to paint, so you can paint to your heart's content. Any color you wish, you can paint, and I don't think there's any price restrictions or anything there. Right, we need to go and get some ingredients then. Now, I can't remember fully what ingredients we need. Does it tell you in the recipes? Yes, it does, kind of. So we've got a cream filling there. So we need some stuff for a cream filling. We need enough for the cake. We need enough for the icing and all of that. So that's okay. We can bring that up in the store up there anyway. So we'll head off. So you can head everywhere on your bike. I recommend it because the map is pretty big. So if you do go exploring, it does take a while to get around, so I would recommend taking your bike. When you do go on your bike, it goes third person. You can fast travel, so I'll just show you the map, because I've not actually shown you the map, have I? So yeah, this is pretty big. For a game of this type, this is a pretty big map. You will be, as I said earlier, be doing orders around here, so say this person wants a cake, you go and deliver it to them. But you can go anywhere you can see, you can go, is what I've found just from my exploration. And it is quite big. You can fast travel to the grocery store and the ice cream factory. So we'll have to come here when we start doing ice cream to pick some ice cream up and take it back so we can sell it. Maybe there'll be a few other places dotted around the map in time as well. Who knows? But you can fast travel should you wish. But I'll take you to ride down the road for now. All of this works really well. Not really found any issues with this whatsoever. And here is the grocery store. So we'll hop off. It does take you a second to hop off your bike, I find, in first person. Right, let's grab ourselves a basket. In case you're wondering, yes, your character does actually hold the basket. If we went to third person, it does actually hold the basket and do the shopping as you walk around. All right, let's see what we need. We require then some eggs. So we need... We'll just do the basic cake for now. So this is all the 4 things we need for the cake. Could get the cookie dough stuff as well. I wish you could make a shopping list. It'd be a bit easier than this if you could just make a shopping list and then just come. Hopefully that gets added at some point. So eggs, we need 1, 2, there's 4. I'm not going to bother with these icings. I think we'll just stick with the other icing for this video. So we just need 4 eggs, I think, don't we? So we'll head over to the eggs. Let's get 4 eggs. We'll have 4 of those. Milk. I did see we needed milk. Milk. There's the milk. We need a milk for the raspberry icing. And we also need 1 for the cookie dough as well. So we'll get a couple of milks. What else do we need from here? We need 1 cream. 1 butter. If I pinned the... No, I think you can only pin 1 at a time. I was going to say, if I pinned this, it would pin it here for us, and that would be easy, wouldn't it? I could do, I guess, just for the cookie dough. Let's see if I pin that, yeah. So if I pin that, can you pin more than 1? No. So you can only pin 1. That is quite handy, actually. So we've got 1 milk already. We just need butter from here. We'll have butter. So we've got the milk, we've got the butter, we need flour. So we'll end up walking around and coming back around when I pin the other ones. This is a bit easier than backwards and forwards, though. 1 piece of dark chocolate. Is that it for here? Did I get the sugar or did I get the flour? I didn't get the flour, did I? Get the flour. 1 off. We'll come back and get some more, because I know we need that for something else as well. Baking powder. 1 of those. So if we've got everything for this, we've got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. Right, we've got everything we need to make cookies. I'm not entirely sure how much stuff I can take in one go here. Hopefully, all of it. Right, I believe I have everything that I came for. So what do you do now? You come over here and you come and you pay for it. I guess that's cancel, so buy. And then this all gets sent back to our storage for us. So they do a bit of home delivery, and away it goes. So I'll just take you a little ride around the town on the way back, just to show you really that all of this is accessible. So you can go over there as well. There's a whole little town over there beyond the park area, just there as well. There are people milling around, doing bits and pieces, going about their daily lives around the place. What's going on there? Somebody must have dumped some litter outside their property or something. They're not very happy about that, are they? Yeah, there's a few things going on. Looks like a coffee shop there. But we will come around here doing deliveries and all that kind of stuff. But it goes all the way up there. You can go. You see there's like a blue property way off in the distance. We can go there. We can travel pretty much anywhere. If you can see it, we can visit it in this game. There's not, like, the shops aren't open or anything like that. You can't go in them. Or anything like that, but it does feel like there's stuff going on. Like walking through the park, there's people sat having a conversation there. People having a conversation just here. People just walking through. People playing chess or something over there. Somebody's buying a hot dog. You know what I mean? It just feels alive. I really appreciate that. And here we are, though, back at our candy shop. About a second later, it'll let me get off the bike. Right, let's get baking, shall we? I'm not actually going to make the cookies yet. I think I'm going to make the cake first. So we'll go to recipes. But if we unpin this recipe, I think I don't necessarily need to do that. If I just come over to here, I can choose what I want to make, and it'll come up above the station. So if I click sponge cake, for example, it then tells you what you need. So we need 3 eggs, 1 flour, 1 sugar, which should all be in our pantry. All the stuff we just bought is over here now. So what it was, 3 eggs, 1 flour, 1 sugar. So 3 eggs, 1 flour, and 1 sugar. That's all in my inventory now. So as you can see at the bottom, that's all in my inventory. And then you can just come over here and then put your products from the inventory in, and then it just auto loads them in there for you. Get rid of the inventory somehow. Not actually sure how I do that. Doesn't matter. We can just mix it. Okay, it's gone on its own. It just stays up for a bit. That's the batter mixed and into the tin. We can take this and place this in the oven That'll cook away for 17 seconds or so. While that's doing that, we could start mixing the next thing we need, which I believe is the cream filling or the jelly. We'll do the cream filling. Doesn't really matter which order we do these in. So we need 1 egg, 1 sugar, 1 cream. So 1 egg, 1 sugar and cream. So I think the trick will be, once you've got established and got some money behind you, basically just go up the road and buy lots of... I don't think they go off. So just go and buy loads of products so you've always got plenty of stuff in your pantry. I think that's the key. I'm not 100% how the economy is, so that's why I don't want to go crazy just yet, but... I think that's the way forward. Right, we'll make a raspberry jelly. So we need sugar, raspberry, and gelatin. I didn't buy any raspberries, did I? And as if by magic, we now have some raspberries. So 1 raspberry, 1 gelatin, and 1 sugar. Then we come back over. Then we can make our jelly. Right, the cake is, of course, done. Still in the oven. I never actually retrieved it from the oven. Hopefully it's not burnt. Don't think it will have been because the oven's off, but you never know, do you? All right, so we can now start assembling our cake, I believe. We need to make some icing as well, but we can do that in a moment. So if I come here and choose number 2, we put the sponge on, then we can put the... What do we put for the cream filling? I think we put next. I can't remember the tutorial, to be honest. There we go, the cream filling, and then we're going to put on the jelly if I can. Why is it not letting me do this? Oh, I didn't put it in the fridge. I didn't put it in the fridge. Cool the product. That's why. I didn't cool the jelly first. That takes about 15 seconds or so to do that. While that's doing, we could make ourselves some icing, actually. So let's make some raspberry icing. That requires 2 raspberries, milk and sugar. So 2 raspberries, 1 sugar, and 1 milk. Give it a mix. And it fills up a little bottle. I believe it would do the same with those kind of bottles as well. You see the food colouring and whatever there. So I think we can have quite a few of these bottles just to use for what we need. This is finished. So I should now be able to place this on there like so. And now we can ice it as well. So coming to the icing station here. I'm going to go and pick up the decorative fruit. So I think we'll have on this one, I think we'll have some pineapples. We'll have all 4 pineapples. We'll have some black currants as well. And some blueberries. We might as well just have everything kind of on me. And then if I want to use it, I want to use it. If I don't, I can put it back. Right, so the icing. So if you're really, really creative, unlike me, and you're really good at art, you can do what you want here. As for me, I'm just going to go over the whole thing because there is no way on earth I'm going to make any kind of nice pattern with this. So I'm just going to ice the thing straight over and we're just going to dot some fruit over the top. But if you really wanted to go fancy with your icing, you can. Obviously, it's not as simple as maybe it is in real life in terms of you have to do it on a mouse. I think that's reasonable. You do occasionally get these like little areas you can't do anything about that don't seem to ice over for some reason. But I think we've more or less covered the cake. You think we'd have a cake wheel, but we don't. I think that's fine. So then we can just put our other stuff on. So we've got some pineapples. I think we'll have a pineapple in maybe the 4 corners. Now we could either have it like that, or I think we'll have it the other way. I think we'll go something like that. Like that, and like that. Then we've got, well, we've got some black currants. So we could have a black currant or something. front of each bit of pineapple, and then we could just have some blueberries or something dotted. Do with one for the center, really. It's fine. Right, so we've just decorated the cake. Then we can click apply. You can't change it once you've done this. So once you're happy with it, then you can click it. Then you can click confirm, and then we've got ourselves a cake. And then I can come out here, and we can place our cake. As soon as I get it on the inventory, we can place our cake in there, and there is my cake. It is for sale at $120.74 per slice, I believe that is. So it does get quite expensive in here. Like I say, that's why I don't understand about the economy. It's kind of crazy. So until I work that out, that's why I didn't want to spend too much money. But our cake is there. So when customers come in a moment, they will grab a slice and then come and pay for it over there. But before they do, let's get some other stock on these shelves, shall we? I think what I do for this is come into warehouse. Then we can order some stuff. So we can order some lollipops, because that makes sense. So I think we'll have... let's see. I think we'll have 2 lots of those. Let's get two lots of those. I'll get 2 lots of these as well. We can have some cookies as well. I think. I'm not 100% sure. You see the cotton candy machine here? I don't know. I assume I make stuff out of these. Popcorn machine. I assume this is stuff that I make as well. These ready cakes, I don't know if I'm selling these or making them. It never explained that. Like, most of this stuff is for sale. So like these chocolate bears, chocolate bunnies, these are all for sale. But do you sell this machine, or do I just have it in here and start using it? I'm not 100% sure. The same with some of this. Like, is this stuff for me to be using in there? Presumably it's not, because you get the baking powder from the road, surely. I think we just sell some of this stuff as well. I think. We can upgrade this as well. So if I just come back into the next page, upgrades, I can unlock snacks for $1,000. We could have some snacks. I think I'll do that, actually. So then we've got that as well. So we've got some snacks. As you can see, there's more unlocks to come. So we can unlock extra bicycle, drinks, something I can't read, tarts, I think, and then something else, warm ice. Unlock warm ice? What's warm ice? Do they mean water? I don't know what they mean by that. Anyway, but you can unlock this stuff, unlock the market, unlock delivery. So we have to be level 14 to go and do deliveries. Ice cream, for example, we need to be level 16. So we're going to be a while before we get some of these. But we can do them. But we've got some snacks. Let's have a look now in the warehouse. See, now we've got some snacks. So we'll sell some snacks as well. So let's go for some chips. We'll go for some popcorn as well. How much shelving space have we got? We've got a reasonable amount. Sweets pack. We'll have that as well. Let's get 3 of those. You only get... I'm not sure. You only get 1 per... Yeah, you only get 1 per thing, don't you? So we've got to be careful here. When I think about it. So we're only getting 2 lots of lollipops, 2 lots of lollipops, 2 lots of chips, 2 lots of popcorn, and 3 lots of sweets there. So we're not getting a lot of stuff. But for now, we'll just order that and have that come. And then in the next video, I'll do like a mass order. Because yeah, you order everything individually, not in a box full of stuff. So we need to remember that. The delivery, once the delivery driver has popped through, just popped it outside here. You don't need to, like, if you had I mean, we've only got the 1 box, but if you had a lot of boxes, that you don't need to come and unload it. You literally just press the left mouse button, and then it moves it to the warehouse for you, and it is sorted. And you don't even need to go in there. You can just come here and then sort these things out. So you can arrange the assortment and then place an assortment on all occupied shelves. So there are options for it just to basically auto do it for you. But we can just auto do this in our own way with a bit more control. So we'll do the lollipops on that one. We'll do those lollipops just below it. Then we'll come over here just to make sure that customers are walking around the store a little bit more. We'll have our sweets pack on the top. That looks good. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. That's quite a nice little gift packet, isn't it? Could sell more of those. We could keep this for gifts, actually. I could do gift ideas on... I'm going to put everything over here. And then we're going to keep that for gifts. So in the next episode, I'm going to put a load of gift stuff over here. So we'll have some more of those and teddy bears and stuff like that. Can all be over there. So we'll put the other chips, or just the one pack of chips we've got, and some popcorn down there. So snacks can go just there. We'll keep that for gift ideas. Right, I think we can open. So you don't set any prices, as you might notice. At least I don't think you do. Let me just... As far as I'm aware, you don't. When you click on your shelves, you can replenish the stock on all shelves. So if it's run out, but we have some in our storeroom, I can just click replenish, and it just replenishes it for us. You can employ a restocker to do this. But obviously it's not that difficult for you to do on your own. But yeah, you can't change the prices, I'm right. You come to finance, set the margin. So I think we set our margin here. Now I'm not sure what's good and what's not at this stage. I assume, you see it goes to a different color, that this is kind of not so good, and that's terrible. And obviously this is, I don't know what this means by going blue. What, everybody will buy it? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to keep the margin at 100% for now and see how we roll with that. Employees, I'll just show you quickly before we open. So we can hire an employee. This is just all employees. We can just get checkout employees. Like I say, I think this is restockers. I don't know if they like keep things at a certain level or something. I don't know. It's not that difficult to do, but when you're busy, maybe that is something that you will require. I think this is a customer assistant. So people do come in and they think about whether to buy things or not, and you can convince them to buy a product by talking to them. But you can employ somebody to do that for you. And then a cleaner as well. But we'll leave the employee for today. I don't think we really need one. But what we do need to do is open. So let's open the shop. There's no real time of day in this. You're not open for a limited period. I think you just open and close as and when you feel like it. You're not hampered by any day length or anything as such. We need to sit down here. There we go. Right, so you see he's off over there now. He's thinking about getting some cake, I think. So he's got that bar above him, which seems to be growing. So I think he's happy. He's growing in satisfaction. He's almost making his decision. So this guy's come in. He's not sure about anything just yet. So until it gets to like the top level is, I think, when they make their decisions. So you can go and speak to them and try and help them along a bit. So hello, we can recommend a product. Now he's thinking about something. You have to pick something that matches that, which is now going to convince, here we go, convincing the customer to buy. It's going to talk us through that. So choose the answer that matches the customer's thoughts. The icons are divided into 3 categories, and the customer's thoughts and the answer must be from the same category. So he was thinking, I think, about this. So he's thinking about money, I think. So my answer has to be one of these, or does it have to be from the same? It's not entirely sure. He's thinking of that, so I think if I offer him some money, and then we say money again, and then we say money again, then I give him a tick, and now he's thinking about fruit. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
He said yes.
Oh.
So I think we convinced him. Oh, that guy's waiting for me. So that symbol actually wasn't the guy I was talking to, was it? It was because the guy with the cake was kind of ready to come pay. I think we convinced him to buy something. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, once you're here, scan it through. That's his total. He doesn't want any change. He's paid with the full amount. We'll take his money. We'll get him a receipt. Actually, he just wants change. Sorry, he wants $9.70. So we go for $9.70. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got denominations down here, 50 and 70. Grab his receipts, put it back for him. He takes it, and he takes his product as well. And then off he goes. Sometimes they do eat inside as well, so they will go behind me to the tables outside and eat their cake at the table. It depends how many products you have, I suppose. If you've got lots of products, you've got a high likelihood of somebody actually going outside and eating. Hey. Hello, sir. Did you land on some cake? We've got some chips. Just those, is it, sir? Okay, you didn't want any cake. No problem. You want $8 change. 2, 4, 6, 8. And your receipts. Thank you very much, sir. So the employees in this game, if you didn't see my demo version of this, are very good as well. Like your employee that sits behind the checkout, they're quite quick, and they also move. They grab the money out of the till. They actually grab hold of the stuff and put it through. They don't just stand there and everything whizzes through. They actually have an animation for doing everything. She didn't buy anything. We should have spoken to her. So this is why that employee, that customer assistant that walks around talking to people and convinces them to buy things, I think that employee is pretty useful, even at this stage. Because if you're busy serving somebody, persuade. I'm listening. So, tick. Was that the right one? I can't remember the categories. What if I say strawberry? Does that interest you? No. So I think you do have to get... Yeah, okay. I wouldn't do very well with him. I need to learn those categories, but I think you just need to match them up then as... So they were in the rows, weren't they? Not in the columns. Come on, buy some cake, sir. You know you want some cake. I think she's taking some cake. So she's got one slice, and now she's still thinking about getting some more. She's thinking, do I want one, or do I want a sneaky second slice? I think she might have a sneaky second. She's standing there for too long. If you're standing there for this long, you've basically convinced yourself to have that second piece of cake, haven't you? Let's be honest. She's going to have a second piece. Must have. Will our other friend, will he have one? Will he get one as well? He has got one as well. Good. So we've sold 2 pieces of cake at least. Did she get one? I don't think she did in the end. I think she stood there for ages. Maybe I should have gone over. See, I think this is what you should do. I think you're supposed to go over now and convince them to buy. So like they've been stood there for a while. Like, yeah, maybe you should get that cake. I could convince her to get something else now. She's almost there on her own. I kind of want to see how they buy things without me needing to persuade them. Like how much difference that makes. Okay, he's ready anyway. So is she.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there. Did you find everything you're looking for? Hope you enjoy the cake freshly made today. My first cake. $19.17 change. Oops, sorry. $19 and what was it? 70. Grab the receipts. There you go. Thank you very much. Hello there, sir. Did you get some cake in the end? You did. Good choice, sir. Good choice. There you go, sir. Thank you very much. Right, what I'm going to do is I'll serve the final customer on the right-hand side, and then I think we'll leave this video here. I will do a second episode on this, and then I want some feedback from everybody as to whether you want to see this as a series or not. I personally would quite like to make this into a series. I'm enjoying it, and I think the game has a lot to offer. But obviously, if nobody wants to watch it, then I shall just play this in private, because I am quite enjoying it. Can we interact with him while he's outside? We can't. Look, he's got a piece of our cake. He's enjoying my cake. Right, we have got... oh, this person came in and didn't want anything, I'm guessing. Either that or they stole something while I was outside. Presumably, they didn't. Now, I thought that this cake would now have slices out of it, to be honest. Because how do you know when your cake has sold out? Or about to sell out? I thought it would have so many slices. I don't know. Not sure. We'll figure that one as we go forwards. Come on, decide. I'm waiting to end the video now. Has she decided? She wants some cake? So what we'll do in the next one is we'll make some cookies. We'll start the episode making some cookies. Get back behind the counter. I might get an employee. Because we do make a reasonable amount of money, don't we? So I'm making $120 per slice of cake.
Wow.
So then what I'm thinking about getting an employee for is basically... because then I can beaver away making some cakes and all sorts of other stuff. And not need to be worrying about being out here at all. For a little while. There you go. So she just spent 120.30, right? $120.30. And an employee would cost me per hour. Well, per hour. Wow, per hour? I thought these were per day. 120 per hour. So we need to sell it. So they cost. So an employee costs one slice of cake an hour. I can't see any time of day anywhere, so I don't know how that all works. If I close my shop, I have no idea how that works. How do they calculate? That's interesting, isn't it? How do they calculate your employee cost then, with no in-game clock running? And there's no in-game timer at all. It just plays. Whether that's going to change in the future, but how do they calculate how much these employees are costing you per hour when you don't know how long an hour is? I don't know. That's a question for another day, I suppose. But I've really enjoyed my first day here on this game. I will, like I say, do a second episode, and then I'll see what you guys say, whether we continue on or not. But we'll leave this one here. So if you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave the video a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel, and I'll see you for another video very soon.